Howdy, howdy. Howdy, howdy. Hello, what's up? What's good? How are you all doing out there? Are you good? Are you okay? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope you're doing good. Welcome to yet another reaction video. My name is JT. This right here is JT Podcast, of course. It's a nice weekend. It's a nice, very fantastic weekend. And I hope that you guys are doing good and your weekend has been good. You're winding down. Actually, it's 8:06 p.m. East African time on Sunday, so Sunday evening. I'm winding down my weekend slowly. It's nice, having my tea here and bringing you tea, of course. So how's everything doing? How is everything going? I hope you guys are doing good. Tell me how your weekend is, how you're doing, how you've been doing all this time. And of course, we're back again to do what we do in the streets. I'm back to sanitize the streets. And of course, talk about what's popping, what's happening. Why can't Roro Mama cook? Why can't Madame Parasite cook? And she want to be an African wife. She don't know cook. Anyway, before I get to cooking things, there is something so interesting here that someone told me to look at. Hey, somebody told me, somebody told me to talk about why Rocio stole DEE MWANGO's cucumber. Let me call it cucumber. His cucumber. You guys give me a break. Oh my Lord. I don't know what think. You see, I'm trying to be good because it's a nice weekend and I'm trying to relax and make a little have a little fun here. But this question came in handy. This question just came in. Kavan told me, JT, will you also be talking about Rocio stealing Dee's cucumber? As she says, Kenyans don't eat fresh salad. Kindly explain what is Kachumbari. Oh, Kachumbari is salad, all right? Kachumbari is when you can mix, you can chop onions, chop tomatoes, things like cucumbers and stuff, salad. You can call it salad, or we call it kachumbari. But most of the time when you mention kachumbari in Kenya, you literally mean onions, raw onions, and tomatoes, or tomatoes. Let me sound like a Kenyan. Tomatoes and onions. Okay, so when you chop onions and tomatoes, you make kachumbari. But to some extent, when you're making your salad, you have to now to mix things like cucumber. But now, this particular cucumber that Rocio stole from DEE MWANGO, I'm not sure if it was about that kachumbari. I'm not overthinking, but let me say, I don't know what that cucumber was doing in that kitchen. Looks huge. This thing looks big. This cucumber looks huge. What was DEE MWANGO doing with this thing? Never seen her cooking in Rocio's kitchen. Haven't seen DEE MWANGO cooking in Rocio's kitchen. But why bring this such a big cucumber inside there? Hey, you guys, give me a break. Hey, let me check who is in the house in the meantime. Rashford, I see you. Kavana, I see you. Eva Miller, Antoine Souza, I see you. Carol Murray, Caroline. Masalama, aka Merimo. Juni Mackenzie, I see you. Hamis Official, I see you. Mr. Fruitsman, how you doing? Kamo, Nicole Ebony, Ivory, Monique. There is Monique. Okay, I see you. Carrie George, I see you. Nicole was good. No big comment in the house. Of course, you joined. Guys, as you're joining, smash the like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't. And one more time, let me say thank you for your support, for hitting the 5K subscribe mark. You guys are doing amazing, okay? I appreciate that. Like, really, really, really. Thank you for hitting 5K subs for me. And thank you for joining us. CAM Caro, my OOGG in the house. B in the back tent. Please come to the front, because in the back tent you won't get no cucumber. Do you want cucumber or not? Anyway, you are only allowed to sit in the back tent if only you know how to cook. Mimi, I see you. Alice Queen, I see you. Sati, who's this? Satis. Okay, this hash. These usernames are kind of hard for me to know who actually this person is. Let me say sing one. Oh, just know that I say hello to you. Okay. EBBs, thank you for being here in the house. My channel member, appreciate you taking your time to check in. All right. Thank you for being in the house. You guys like the video for me as we're getting started. All right. So there's been a very hot motion or hot debate about Rocio being in the villa and claiming to be the mama of the house, but she doesn't want to cook. She doesn't want to cook, and she says she cannot cook. And as she always brings this culture of hers, my culture, where I come from, in Argentina, where I grew up at, what we used to do or what I'm used to do. So she claimed that for her, actually, cooking is not her thing. It's not her cup of coffee, cup of tea. Unlike that in Africa, that people really value or maybe weigh or measure your ability to be a wife, if only you can cook. Just like I've been seeing DEE MWANGO and Conmam. I'll be playing that video in a moment that Conmam and DEE MWANGO say, for me, I think I prepared DEE MWANGO to be a wife material because she knows to cook, she knows everything. So that is an African setup of whether you're a wife material or something, because ain't no way you can tell someone like, I am a wife material, but I don't cook, I don't clean. I just want to be there and bask in the sun and eat and be served. You see, in other places of the world, you can say that and it will mean nothing. But here in the village, right here in our village, for you to say something like that, like, hey, I think I'm a wife. I'm not my wife. I know I am. But cooking and cleaning is none of the things that I want to do. Actually, I don't find pleasure in doing those things. And I don't. And in my past relationships, any relationship I've been before, is the man who used to cook for me. They used to cook very nice meal. And I used to be lucky. You see, I was lucky in my relationship that I could cook. No, like my whatever. My exes will cook for me. So I don't know what is wrong with this African setup that these people think that I'm not a wife material because I don't cook. So I don't know. What do you all think? You guys are like, all right. I see you, Marine. Mr. Nice, Kung Fu Fant, I see you. Thank you for being here. Jamaican Rose in the house. Appreciate you all being here. One of the things Mwango loved about Casta was she could cook. Of course, I remember that. Big time. I remember that moment. She actually mentioned that one thing that I like about Casta is that she can cook, she can clean, and I feel like she is a wife material. I remember that moment that David Jr. faked that pregnancy of Casta. Like, we are pregnant. And DEE MWANGO came to say, congratulations. Or not pregnant, or engagement. Yeah, the engagement. The videos are there. I can grab one. So DEE MWANGO congratulated David Jr. and said, at least, she can cook and clean. All right? I remember that. So when you look at Conmam or Congressmam, and when you look at DEE MWANGO and Conmam, they don't see Madam Parasite as a wife material in our African setup, because of course, when you ask Conmam, she thinks that they say in our culture, in our African setup, in our community, in our village, for you to be called a wife material, to earn that title, you have to know how to cook, or you have to cook and clean. And not only that, but to do a lot of things in the village, or, generally do all that a woman's supposed to do. There's a lot. But for her, she really think that, having my laptop and my camera, because I'm a content creator and I'm an Argentinian, of course, I'm Muzungu, I don't really need to cook, do I? And they should know that cooking is not my thing. It's not my culture. So now, yesterday when Rocio made a video and saying that I'm out, and she said that like she don't want to cook. Cooking is not her thing. She received a lot of attacks. Rocio has been going through a lot of clashes, attacks from MARWA's subscribers, and of course, the MARWA's community are telling her, there's no way that you can claim to be a wife in this African setup, in this villa, when you don't know how to cook. Actually, not that you don't know, and you still don't want to know. You say you don't know how to cook, but you don't know how to cook. Because what? Because you say in your previous relationships, it is the man that used to cook for you. So you expect senso. King Marwa, the man of the villa, to after achieving all this, after building all this for you, he still want to go to the kitchen and cook for you. Madam Parasa, is that what you want? I don't know. Anyway, before I go to the cooking shenanigans and cooking drama, who brought this cucumber inside here? There is this cucumber inside here that I saw a comment from Kavan asking me about this cucumber. Let me ask Rocio where she got it from first. No, what. Please like the video for me as we're getting started. All right?
Sorry. I found some cucumbers in the store. I don't know who bought cucumber, but nobody.
Forgive me. I don't know. I don't know what is it with this cucumber. I don't know how it was found inside here. You can see it's so big. And according to DEE MWANGO, she goes to look for cucumber. She says she needs big and succulent. Succulent means it's fresh and has a lot of juice. Forget about whatever it is. But now, okay, Jeff. I'm not gonna be bad, I'm trying to be good, okay? I know you're having stuff. But again, I'm asking you this. How did this cucumber get itself into Rocio's kitchen? I know it's DEE MWANGO who brought it, but for what purpose? She doesn't cook in Rocio's kitchen. Why would she bring a cucumber inside here? Oh, Rocio found it and now she's eating it. DEE MWANGO will be so furious, I swear. DEE MWANGO will be so furious. Hey, I can imagine how she'll be so mad to find that her cucumber has been eaten. Oh my God, the night is going to be so long. Rocio, why did you eat DEE MWANGO's cucumber? You can cook, but you're eating her cucumber. The night is going to be so long, so long. Oh my. Anyway, let's go on.
Nobody uses this here in the regular recipes that are prepared here, so they get.
I found this cucumber here. I don't know who brought it. Who brought the cucumber? Nobody uses this cucumber here. See, that's the question that disturbing Rocio. Nobody uses cucumber. Our recipe does not include cucumber. So who brought it inside here? Before she gets to talk about cooking and how she doesn't. She's curious. And the only thing she can do is to eat it because, by the way, Rocio, did you watch that thing? Did you watch that cucumber? Okay. My mind is okay. It's a Sunday. I'm okay. I know that. It's you that you're listening to me from a different perspective. For me, I know I'm really, really okay. I'm really okay. And I'm not overthinking. I don't know. What are you thinking about? But did Rocio watch this thing before eating? Rocio, don't you feel like it's salty a little bit or something? Rocio, isn't it not salty or something? Did you wash it in the first place? I know you guys are having dinner right now. Let me not spoil your moods. But did Rocio watch this thing?
I found some cucumbers in the store. I don't know who bought cucumber, but nobody uses this here in the regular recipes.
Mara's never bought that thing for you. And you guys never use this thing. And literally, you never use that in your recipe. But it was miraculously found inside there. Because, of course, if it was found in one of the bedrooms, it would be crazy. But now it is inside here, the kitchen, for formality. Oh, yeah, yeah. But why are Rocio chewing it? Why is Rocio chewing that thing without washing it? Rocio, Rocio, go and wash that thing, please. Go and wash it. Don't come complaining about your stomach upset. I told you, go wash it. Because you asked yourself, how was this found inside the kitchen here? And nobody uses it. And you go ahead and eat it without washing it. Oh, don't cry for me.
That are prepared here, so they get wasted. So I want to cut some, spread some lemon on it, cut some tomato, and make like a fresh salad, which is something that is not part of the diets here.
Because you suspected it, you should never leave it. Chop it. It's not part of the diet, but at least destroy it because that is bad. Okay, guys, I'm going to behave, okay? I'm really going to behave. But now, I know who's not going to feel good tonight, or was it yesterday? Somebody's not going to be feeling good. Why did you take that thing and eat? It was not supposed to be eaten, Rocio. Why? You ask yourself a very good question. Who brought this cucumber here? We never use it. We never use this for any meal or any recipe. But how is it found in my kitchen? Because, of course, if it was found in one of the bedrooms, it will be crazy. Because Matt does not eat cucumber. Matt does not eat. All you can do, give me Toto to eat. By the way, did she give me Toto to eat that thing? Oh, God, you're disgusting, Miros. You are disgusted. How could you give me Toto? Something you miraculously found. You don't know who brought it, what it was doing overnight. Let me just brush my mind. Guys, I'm sorry. It's a Sunday and I'm trying to have fun. And I don't know why all that thought came from because I was surprised. How did she found it there?
Here, like fresh salads, never. Everything is cooked, and sometimes I really miss to eat something fresh that is not cooked.
All right. Now, enough of that cucumber shenanigans. Let's go now to why Rocio doesn't cook. And how is she expecting to be a wife here and chase people? And now today, she just chased people. She was trying to cook after all these shenanigans and all that. She tried to cook whatever she said, cooking my dad's recipe. Okay? Cooking my dad's recipe. And while she was cooking this dad's recipe, she had chased everyone from the house, but she realized that she needed some help. And now she's like, why is nobody here? When I need people, I don't find nobody. But this house is full of people every time. So right now that I'm stuck and I need someone to help me, where is everyone? Of course, she chased people. Even the young girls who are working inside there have been scared. They ran. How will you still be there and looking at how Rosie is chasing people? Will you still be there? I mean, you've seen how she's chasing people away. Are you still going to wait for your turn to be chased? So, of course, I think because it's a weekend, there's no way that the girls who cook inside there, the girls who cook inside here, that could not be there because, of course, it's a weekend. They could not be in school. So Rocio I suspect that she yelled at them. They ran away. So today when she was trying to prepare this meal, maybe because of firing people, what do you expect? Your husband needs food. Okay? Your family needs food. You are a wife inside this house. You call yourself so, or maybe Marwa call you a wife. So when she was trying to cook all this thing that she called my dad's recipe, Because of course, she hates the African meals, what these people cook in the village. It's nothing that she really wants to cook. So she realized that now she don't have nobody to help her. She's like, where is everyone? House is full of people. But right now that I'm looking for them, right now that I need some help, there's nobody to give me help. Now I'm asking Rocio, did you expect them to still be there for you to yell at them and chase them? They ran, of course. They went. And I suspect that she chased them. Anyway, let me see what she said here.
Nobody's there.
Is here.
I wish somebody gone. This house is full of people all the time. Now that I need them, nobody's there.
I wish somebody's gone because she was looking for eggs. I don't know, the turkey eggs or those are pigeon eggs or guinea fowl eggs, because I don't see hens laying, or maybe hens egg or chicken eggs. So she was looking for eggs to do whatever she called her dad's recipe. And now she has the baby crying there, nobody to take the baby. She has everything to do by herself. That village is becoming so big for her. She thought chasing people would be so easy for her to do her thing. Didn't you say now you don't need no parasite inside there? Of course. And after chasing the parasites, she realized that now I need them. I need them. And now she need an egg from the shed out there. And of course, one of the workers' wives, I don't know who's that. Is it Gitiriba's wife or whoever? Came and took a knife. And she's like, oh my Lord, I can't do this live stream because I wanted to cook. And somebody came, took my knife. Oh no, I don't want to do this. Let me just not make this a cooking live stream, or we just can sit down and talk because I can't do this. My Lord. It's not like she could not do it because somebody took the knife. It's the fact that she hates to cook. And she has said this on the video repeatedly. Like, for me, cooking is not something I really want to do. I mean, cooking, honestly, if that is what you guys measure a wife material with, like you think being a wife material, you need to know how to cook, then I think I'm not. I'm not a wife material because, of course, I can. If you ask all my exes, they used to cook for me. Go back to Mexico. You guys have forgotten? No. Go back to Mexico. The exes used to cook for me. And now, who came and stole her knife and whatever? Now that she needed whatever. Let me play this one more time.
I wish somebody gone. This house is full of people all the time. Now that I need them, nobody's there.
How will everybody be there when you chase them? Anyway, let me play this one. Please like the live for us. All right. So this was yesterday that she said cooking is not something she really wants to do, or I mean, it's not her thing. And I don't know how she's supposed to stay there as a wife. How is she planning to be there as a wife? Because of course, this is an African setup. You can say everything, you can, I don't know. You can have everything, but if you don't really do these simple things like cooking and cleaning, I don't know, nobody actually will see you as a wife.
Sometimes maybe rice. I'm not so good at cooking, It's not that I have all the recipes in the world. I have no idea.
I don't know if Rocio thinks there's a flex to come outside and say, I don't really like cooking. I'm not good at cooking. It's not my thing. It's not something I want to do. When it comes to cooking, actually, I really force it. Is there something she said, actually? When it comes to cooking, I really force it. It's not something I willingly want to do. No, I have to force it. Then I guess she'll have a lot of trouble inside here.
There are 12 ways.
Sorry. Guys, like the video?
When it comes to cooking, I really force it. It's not something that comes naturally.
Wow. Wow. When it comes to cooking, it's something you really force it. It's something you force. And now looking at the bill of what people eat there on a regular, the beans, look at that kind of meal. Chapatis, those raw-looking beans, the avocados and whatever. Githeri is a mixture of beans and corn, beans and maize. You boil them together. That is githeri. There is ugali. There is sukuma wiki. There's a lot that these people cook in the village, and actually these meals that they cook in the village. So Rocio chases people here. She wants to be the only madam inside this villa. She doesn't need any parasite. And now she come here publicly and say, when it comes to cooking, is something that I don't want to do. Like, is I really force it. It doesn't come natural. I force it. Oh, I know you do. But the question is, do you know the version of a wife, the Marwa's version of a wife that he looks for? I don't know. Okay, one thing that maybe Rocio forgets so quick is the fact that Marwa said every time, or maybe repeatedly, that for him to date white, or maybe to go for a white lady or girlfriend or wife in that manner, or let me say to date an African lady, is to get access to the world, that strong passport, the access, babies who can have access to the world, have opportunities, can go to the world, can, with limited restrictions. That is the number one reason why he said he wants to date outside Africa. It's not about like love or something, because his version of love, his version of Maro's version of woman, and actually like wife material, let me say wife material, is a wife who can cook, keep the house clean, do all that, and after all, shut them out. Okay? And when you watch that DEE MWANGO's and Marwa video, a live stream, it was some weeks ago, they were saying, in our African setup, the worst thing you can do as a woman is to challenge your man publicly, or maybe try to challenge your man in everything. When he's saying something, you're trying to challenge it and stuff like that, trying to prove that you're smarter than him. That is the worst. And how many times have you seen Rocio doing that? Quite several. So when she comes here and boasts, I don't know if she thought that was flex. Me, I'm a Muzungu. Don't you know that? I am a Muzungu wife. And so cooking is not my thing. When it comes to cooking, to some other parts of the world, that is so normal. Very normal. And this is the point where I feel like Rocio could have taken her time, maybe to date Marwa a little bit. Date, come here, just like Bo did. You guys remember Marwa brought Bo to the village, and she met Con Mom. They went to get firewood. They went to get water from the well, from the river. They did a lot of village stuff, and I think Bo would be flexible. Bo would have adapted a lot of things compared to Roro. So Rocio bringing that supremacy in the village, thinking that now she needs to be served. I don't know who tells her that. So before today, she comes here to start cooking that dad's recipe. I guess now that was to do damage control after coming outside here and saying, I don't cook. Cooking is not my thing. It doesn't come naturally from me. I have to force it. And people in the comment section in the live chat were like, hold on, what did you say? You say you can cook. You don't want to cook. Like, honestly, you don't want to do that. You still want to be Maro's wife by saying you can cook. Honestly, Rocio, are you for real? So will you be surprised to see another lady who is willing to cook being brought here as a wife? Because remember, you're not even married. To make it worse, you're not even married. You're just a friend to Marwa. Just a friend. Now that you can cook, what makes you think that Marwa cannot now marry his version of a woman, his version of a wife? Because if you guys are keen enough to see how, if you're keen enough to see how Marwa and DEE MWANGO really blend when it comes to how they operate. Because you see, for example, someone like DEE MWANGO does a lot of these local, how can I call them, local or something, local chores like cooking, cooking with firewood, outdoor cooking, cleaning, and doing all that. She does all that like every time. But when it comes to Rocio, she thinks that is something for these parasites. For me, I'm really superior than that. I don't want to do that. Honestly, it's not something I can do. For me, no. So I listened to what she said yesterday, and I guess that is the reason why now today she decided to make a live stream cooking. After saying yesterday that she couldn't cook, she doesn't want to cook even in the past relationship, it's her ex who used to cook for her. And now she realized that, oh, it's like I messed yesterday. When I say stuff like that, I really tripped, I messed up. And I know that was not received well with this audience, with this African setup audience, or maybe other people who support Marwa. They think that, oh, if Rocio, that is what she thinks, then I guess she's not the wife that Marwa is looking for. And I guess these are the kind of things that makes sense of, to prolong that officiating process. She could have made it, or he could have made it official already, but because she can cook, she can clean, then why will you have her as a wife? Bring someone who is willing to do that,
That comes naturally from me. I feel like it's like a duty that a woman must do, especially when you come to these cultures where.
So she feel like it's something of like a duty that a woman has to do. She knows it. In the village, that is how you have to do. But she doesn't do it because she says that she has to force it. But now, after saying this kind of statement yesterday, it wasn't good for her. I mean, it was rough. She was attacked by subscribers. And the subs were telling her, it's reckless of you saying that. And based on the fact that you are married in the village, and that is what people do there. So I guess you either learn how to do it or maybe get out of there, because, for you to be a wife in there, you have to know how to cook. So
this is where the women do. So when you are a woman that does not cook so much, like then, it's actually here and there.
So she realized that when you are a woman in this village that does not cook that much or does not clean, you're not considered a wife material. So if you know that, then you have an option, only one option, either to learn how to cook or maybe get yourself out of the village, because you have no use being there. I mean, nobody wants you there. Anyway, before actually she says something else about her exes, on the other hand, Conmam and DEE MWANGO were cooking in the village in this smoky hut. And Conmam said, or actually DEE MWANGO said on camera that I thank God that my mama taught me how to do all this so I don't struggle. For me, I'm a wife material. For you to be a wife material, you really know how to cook, unlike Rocio. So let me play this. All right, listen to it.
But my mom taught me everything.
It's not easy.
But again, I thank God my mom taught me everything.
Everything.
So on the other hand, that is DEE MWANGO. And I guess these are the kind of things that Marwa listen to or look at, and he's like, okay. So in our village, in our culture, in our setup, someone like my sister can cook, even this brown ugali, And you see, they were saying, my mama taught me everything. So I was raised okay. You see, it's not really bad for Rocio not to know how to cook. It's not a crime. That is the thing. It's not really a crime. But now that she's married, or maybe, or let me call it married to the African setup, to this village setup, I guess it would be nice of her to adapt, just try to cook. Marwa cooks, David Jr. cooks, DEE MWANGO cooks, everyone here literally cook. So I think it would be good for Rocio, or convenient of her, to learn how to cook. Because when you listen, for example, Marwa listened to DEE MWANGO and Conmam say that it was nice for someone like DEE MWANGO to know how to cook, because that is what makes you a wife material in our African setup. Here's what it is. So if you can do it, just be sure that someone else will be coming here in the name of a wife now, who can do all that local stuff, all those domestic jobs.
Local mom.
So I'm not even complaining.
She cannot complain because she went through all the stages
of hardship and everything. So,
cooking using firewood. I was telling her, what had is
Mm. See that? I cannot complain because I went through all that, you know. And you know how to, you need to know how to cook for you to be a wife. That is DEE MWANGO who was saying with the con mom in there that okay, 1 minute.
you need to know how to cook this one.
Yeah, you need to know how to cook something like this for you to be a wife material.
As a wife material.
yes. It's really tough, guys, to cook this one.
Right. So as a wife material, as a wife material, you should know how to cook. Yeah. But now, vocabulary. Vocabulary, stressing how to cook. And now she's saying something like, in my culture where I came from a culture that cooking is not a thing, you know, and of course, all that we could do maybe is baking. And she felt like, okay, should I change actually this live stream to cook? That is her, not me. Should I change from cooking so that we can just sit down and talk? Because I don't feel like I should cook. I don't have nobody to check on me.
Okay, should I change plans? I don't cook. In the live stream, we just talk.
You see, for her, I think now she was trying to say that she could not go on with that live stream as a cooking live stream because there was nobody to help her, and the knife she was looking for, somebody came and took the knife. Somebody's wife, I guess that is Gitiriba's wife, came and took the knife from her kitchen, so she could not go on cooking. I guess that is not the case. She's like, okay, you all know that I hate to do this. I've said it. I don't want to cook, and it's not my thing. I would really force it. When it comes to cooking, I have to force it. And so she said, should I actually change the life? Should I switch from doing this cooking thing, which I hate the most, and we just sit down and talk, or we just make a sit and talk live stream? You know that I hate how to cook. You know I hate to cook. Of course I don't. The only thing that we do in our culture is we bake a lot. We bake. And baking, you know, requires sugars. It requires sugars. And now that Senso is forcing me to do the cooking, did he say that he doesn't need sugars in his kitchen? He said that he doesn't need sugars in his home, in his compound. So because DEE MWANGO said we don't need sugars, and Marwa banned sugars in his home. So for me to do this, let me cook, let me bake. Yeah, oh yeah. Sorry, I remember, Hamisi. Thank you for reminding me. It's something actually I wanted to talk about on the other day, but I don't know. I don't know how I forget to talk about why Gitiriba's wife ran. I'll be talking about it in a second. Let me say it is the other uncle's wife who came and took Jones. Not Jones, like Jonas. It's called Jonas, right? Jonas' wife came and took the knife. Speaking about why the wife of Gitiriba ran, I have a lot of rumors that I've been hearing why he ran away and left the children here. I'll be coming up with that reaction, like exclusively to talk about why these women are running. Gitiriba's wife ran away. Mayuguno's wife ran away. And Uncle Mo's wife, I don't know if she returned. Again, there's a time she ran away. So you know how all this are happening. Anyway, I'll be coming with a video on that specifically. But for now, Rocio wanted to cook. As she said, I should change this live stream to just talk to you because I can't cook. Somebody came and took the knife from me. Jonas' wife or whoever.
Because it's already a little bit stressful that I cannot find a knife in this house. I had to prepare. This lady came.
All right. I have prepared that this lady here, I don't know, when I say this lady is someone's wife, came and took the knife. So that's why I can't cook no more.
Came and took it. I say this lady because it's the wife of one of the workers that now the wife lives here with it.
That's definitely Jonas. The whole villa has one knife that when taken away, you can cook. That's a mess. That's a mess anyway. That guy's a mess. Too many misfortunes have been following him lately. Maro even advised him to go look for a pastor to pray for him. You see, Hamisi, it's so ironical. It's so nonsensical and ironical when Maro tells Giti Riba to go and look for a pastor to pray for him because there is a lot of misfortune following him, while he is actually the cause of all that nonsense. I mean, the guy spends 99.99% of his time in the villa around Maro. He needs to be there when Maro say, let's go to the border town. He has to go there. When Maro once say, like, I need the house to be fed, I need this to be done, they have to be there. So literally, they are there. They are present in Maro's place 99.99% of the time. At the same time, this guy is a married man. His wife needs him. His kids need him. But they only need to talk to him through YouTube videos or YouTube comments. They can only watch him and say, oh, today he uploaded a video, so definitely he's okay, he's alive. But they don't get to see him. So when Maro tells him that to go and look for a pastor to pray for him, I think that is nonsensical. The wife is tired. I mean, how can I operate as a single mother, and I'm married, like I'm having a man who does not come to us. He only come here to change clothes. And I suspect that he has a suitcase full of clothes inside that villa. He changes. Same applies to Uncle Moon. That is another delusional guy. I don't know how these people operate with their families. You may think they're single boys, but they're married men. So, right now that someone like Jonas is living in this villa, even now the wife has to operate from here. And I see now they start having a problem with Rocio because how can she come to the kitchen and take Rocio's knife, and now Rocio doesn't know how to cook because Jonas' wife came and took the knife. So yeah, Hamisa, I really think it's not about misfortune or something. It's something that you can control, something you can prevent. For him to get arrested, being arrested is nothing that you can go to pray for. Like, oh my God, God, please help me not to get arrested. If you are a criminal or if you are allegedly a lawbreaker, you'll be arrested. Even if you spend a whole week in church praying, you'll still be arrested after committing a crime. So it's common sense. So these people, I feel like sometimes someone like Mawira needs to get some really good caning. I mean, someone needs to go there and drag him from that villa and pump senses into his mind, because for someone like him, by the time he realized it would be a little bit too late. So Gitiriba, he still don't see no problem that his wife ran away. So you see, it's nonsense. He still doesn't see a problem. The wife ran away. The kid spends his time here in the compound, and Rocio throws food to him, and maybe that boy Spencer. I mean, he's a lonely young boy, a very small kid, spends time in Rocio's compound here. And Rocio will go to that boy and use that small boy for videos. Hey, how is that boy even called? I don't remember. That Gitriba's son. So Gitriba's son is here for Marwa and Rocio to make videos about him. But Gitriba does not see a problem that his wife ran and left the kid here. Same applies to Mayuguno. Mayuguno same applies to Uncle Mo. So what is it? All right. So if you think it's something that these people need to go, yeah, Ben is Gitriba's son. If you think it's something that these people should go to the church or to look for a pastor to pray for them, and again, it's like telling Rocio, you need a pastor to pray for you to know how to cook. Do you get that logic? Like, for example, Rocio right now does not know how to cook. But if you want to know to cook, she can say, let me go get a pastor to pray for me. I don't know how to cook. So, yeah, I think it's nonsensical for Maro to tell Gitiriba, go look for a pastor to pray for you, because a lot of misfortune are following you. If Maro right now sees how Ben, that kid, that Gitiriba's baby is struggling in the villa alone, so lonely. And Marwa looks at that and he's comfortable with it. Does not even tell Gitiriba, get up, go get your wife. Bring him here. Bring her here. She needs to take care of the baby. Or maybe Gitiriba, you need to do something. This baby cannot be living here freely like a chicken. But now, what he can tell him, Gitiriba, you need to find a pastor to pray for you. In the meantime, I trust you. You have to collect money, donations money for this person, for that person. If I get a chance or an opportunity to put Gitiriba, Mayugno, and Uncle Mo to lay them down and get a very good whip, I'll cane them. I'll whip their ass. I'll actually cane these people until they get senses. Because that is not something that you can... It's so traumatizing to see how that poor little kid is struggling by himself in that big compound. That he has to play with the peacocks and ducks and pigeons because the mama ran away because Gitiriba does not have time for the baby. It gets me a little bit, You see, I'll spend even like 2 minutes or 3 talking about the Gitiriba's wife because it's something really bad. You can't even think about it. I was talking about Rocio and the cooking thing. But now I got really touched. I got really pumped because who does that? But the fact that Marwa has never told Gitiriba to go look for the wife, all he can tell him, go get a pastor to pray for you. Pray for you because of what? Yeah, Gitiriba, if I get a chance to whip you, I'll cane you so thoroughly, my boy. Let me not catch you. You and Uncle Mo, if I get a chance to whip you guys, I'll do that best. But it is what it is. Once you get to that cult, ain't no way getting out. That's the end of you. But now, Rocio in the cooking thing. Let's go back to Rocio with the cooking things. Enough of Gitty Didi. Because boy, when you don't have common sense, which is not common, nothing really makes sense. Now here comes the thing. Here comes the vocabulary.
Coming here.
Guys, please like the video for me. I appreciate that if you do that for me. Kindly like the video for me. So, Rocio is now lining on the place or maybe on the claim that for me, for her, where I come from, in my culture, it's not really something that it's common for us, or it's not something to gauge a wife or a woman to say that, no, this is a wife material because they cook. Now for us, you see this. Yesterday when the truck came to deliver the steels, Reba, Gitiriba was holding Ben's hand. The moment he saw Marwa coming, he left go like he didn't want Marwa to see him holding his son. That was sad. Man, some things really some things really gets me angry. Even you can feel it. But what do we do? What do we do? So Gitiriba rather get that approval from Marwa and that praises that this is a loyal guy and this and that, to an expense of losing your wife. And I guess that fallout came from the point where Gitiriba refused to build in his homeland, in his ancestral land, but he decided to come and build next to Marwa. That was something. They had a lot of up and down, push and pull, until the wife had to go. And I guess even the all right. Enough of that. Enough of that, man. Let's talk about Rocio.
So, when you come to a culture where the women are taught to cook and be in the kitchen and that's their duty.
Rocio, be careful because when you try to say stuff like this, I don't know if you know that it doesn't see it right with us. With us, in our setup, when you say stuff like this recklessly, I don't know, it really doesn't see it right with us. That you see, this is an African setup that women here are taught that to be a wife material, you have to know how to cook and clean and stuff like that. But for me, it's not really something that you know. Okay.
And then it's like, and you're not a woman that does that too much. I mean, you cook for survival, of course, but I used to give myself a lot of pleasures when it comes.
So if you're not that lady, if you're not that woman who can cook here, you're not considered a wife, which is actually the right thing. It's not something like it's not like a fallacy. It's not a song. It's not an imagination. It's reality. So why don't you want to accept the reality that, hey, here in this village, here in our setup, if you really want to blend in as a wife, for example, the reason why you see every time that Maru is still so closer to Paris, or Paris is trying to get access to that villa up to this moment, and the fact that I feel like maybe one of these days you may see a typical African lady being married into this villa because they do what a wife is supposed to do in our setup. Okay? I know in other people's setup, in other cultures, for example, some parts of the West, not all, it's not really cultural. Like you may not know how to cook as a lady, but it's not a big deal. But here, I'm speaking about here in our village, in our culture, it's really a big deal. It's a huge deal, actually. Okay, it's a really huge deal. So when Madam Parasite say here and think that is a flex, that I come from a culture where cooking is not really something. It's not something. And you can just be a wife material without knowing how to cook or clean. You just need to be there and be served by who? I'm really sorry to burst your bubble, maybe just to pump this in you that yes, you might be promoted. You see, in our culture we say you promote a wife to be number one. If you understand what I mean. Like you have a wife, just one wife, and you need to add another one. So you promote him to be wife number one, and you add number two or number three. So she might be promoted very soon for thinking that is a flex, saying, oh, I can't cook. Just say, Rocio, you're lazy, you're typically lazy, you just want to be served. Or all that you need is to create a studio in the house and sing or scream. Let me not say sing, because I've never heard a song from Rocio apart from the screaming. So when it comes to some other things, Rocio is so active, like chasing people, like doing something. But when it comes to doing what a wife is supposed to do in our setup, oh, we don't do that. We are not brought up like that. Bring a culture. You see, both of them, I really think that MARWA and Rocio really, they pull this culture excuse when it really favors them. For example, MARWA will say, in our culture, as a man, changing diapers, it's actually not really common. It's not something that actually we do. A man changing diapers, actually, no. And a man cooking and a man, doing this, it's not something that we do, which is completely okay according to the culture. And when he favors him, he pulls that every time. And when Rocio want to say, hey, me, we don't cook because in our culture, it's not something to measure whether you are a wife or not. You can be a wife with zero cooking skills, zero nothing. You just sit there and be served. Madam Parasite, after saying this kind of nonsense yesterday, subscribers really got hard on her. They came really hard on her. And they told her, Rocio, we hate to tell you this, but it's true that if you can't cook, then I guess someone else is going to come here and cook as a wife. Straight on. Like, you can't cook, right? Okay, nice, chill. Someone else is coming to do exactly that because you can. So should I actually not, or should Maro not eat because you don't cook? Or should people not eat in that villa because you don't cook? All right. JT, is it true that boys and men do not fetch water? I heard Maro say that. It's true. Like, it's really true. Okay? There are things that, okay, we were brought up to know things to do with the division of labor. There's this division of labor. Boys are taught how to graze animals, take care of animals, clean the compound in the meaning of like trimming the yard, trimming the fence, and planting flowers and stuff like that. Build a house, renovate a house, working the yard, stuff like that. Go to the shamba, work in the garden, in the yard. Women are taught how to cook. Women are taught how to, bring water to the house. Of course, we don't have this running water. That's why you see, up to date, that builder does not have running water. So you are taught how to go get water on the head, bring it home, and or maybe stuff like that. Cook with firewood, do this kind of thing. So it's actually, you as a man, when you are found inside a kitchen, as an African man, if you are found in a kitchen, it's a shame. They embarrass you. What is a man doing in a kitchen? If my dad pops up and finds me sitting with my moms in the kitchen, he'll be like, boy, the hell are you doing with your moms in the kitchen? And he will whip me. Come here. He will drag me to go and sit with a man there in the living room so that we can talk about men things. We are taught how to go to the war, in our African setup. These kind of things are really go to hunt animals. So it's kind of crazy to listen to someone, a lady. We don't know about being a Latino, being a Mzungu. We don't know about that. We know a lady is a lady. So when you listen to someone like Rocio say, I can't cook, it's not in my culture, it sounds so ridiculous and so nonsensical. Like, you can't even listen to that twice. You really can't, honestly. So for her, I really think, okay, that could be true that she didn't know how to do that. But when now she wants to be here, she just wants to be here as a wife in this village setup, then I suggest she learn how to do it instead of pulling this culture excuses that, oh, where I come from is not something that we actually do. Or if anything, then I guess it's maybe baking.
Comes to cooking, I was able to eat out. I really enjoy eating out. Or also, I don't want to bring this to my present, but my ex-partners would cook very, very delicious.
Wow. So that is a message to Marwa. So listen, Marwa. Even in my previous relationships, it is my exes who actually used to cook for me. You know that. I mean, it's my ex that used to cook for me. So I guess Marwa should start doing that. All right. Let me say, let me read this. Get with the times, JT. David Jr. is the new face of African man. Oh. What about other things that David Jr. likes? Talk about Marwa. You see, Marwa has gone to a lot of countries. He has traveled. So you can compare Marwa's exposure to David Jr.'s. So the only thing that Rocio can say, she can say, basically, I have nothing to offer. Yeah, Perry. She can just say, for me, the only thing I can do here is just maybe to give back. Siring children is all I can do. It's all I can do because, of course, what else can I do? I can cook, I can clean, and in the village, I don't expect her to trim the yard, trim the compound. I don't expect her to build a house. I don't expect her to do something heavy. So only thing that we expect her to do in that villa is to make sure the kitchen is clean, to make sure the house is clean, organize the beddings, to organize the living room, the chairs and everything, and it's clean. But anytime you see that the villa is being cleaned, it's Uncle Mo, Gitiriba, and the likes who are doing that. So it's a joke to listen to Rocio say that that is something she doesn't do. Even in her previous relationship, it's her ex who used to cook for her. So she's suggesting that Mara should now go back to cook for her, because of course she was lucky in those times that it is the ex that you used to cook for her delicious meal, and she could count herself a lucky lady, a lucky woman. Maybe. JT culture is important in relationship. He should have considered the differences and how that will affect the man he is in order to make the best choices for a wife and bring children. That's the reason why sometimes I really think that Madam Parasite and Sensor didn't take time to know each other and to talk about this stuff. You see, I guess that's the whole reason about dating. During the dating era, you get to know what can you do, what can't you do. For real, if you can cook, then am I really going to live with you as a wife who can cook? Oh, I can just do that because I can hire a chef. Cooking is not a thing. For some other African men, it's not really a thing that, if you don't know how to cook, you're not a wife now. You can actually know, you can have zero cooking skills, but still be considered as a wife because maybe this man called JT can hire a chef to cook for you, can hire a cleaner, can hire a babysitter, can hire every person to do anything for you. Only you need to do is to perform your duty when it comes to bedroom matters. Okay, so if you can do that in the bedroom section, then I guess we good. But other places and other men like Sensor, you see, he need to come home to find food on the table like this. He need to come and find his favorite meal like ugali and sukuma wiki, to find githeri, to come and find what? To come and find a lot of things in the table. But now if he can't find that and you can't provide that as a woman, as a lady, then I guess you ain't got no business to do with him as a wife. Then someone else will be brought here to do that. Exactly. So, and when it comes to cooking, by the way, it's not really necessary about using firewood. Sorry. It's not about firewood because, of course, Rocio can say, I don't know how to cook using firewood. I cannot do that. I can support that 100%. If that's the thing that, Rocio doesn't want to cook because she doesn't want to use firewood, an open or maybe outdoor kitchen, that you can say, okay, in this century, this is 2025, 1960 no more. Even us, it's not convenient for you, even for Marwa. So if that is the excuse that Rocio can say, for me, I don't want to cook using firewood, I can say, perfect. Then Marwa, get her a stove or get her something. Okay? But she said that for her to cook on this live stream that she was doing here, she said the only part that she likes to cook is when she's using the stove. Somebody's saying, but Fruitsman is saying, but we saw Mr. Lewis using firewood. Oh. I don't know, man. But how do you sit every day waiting for somebody to bring you food? Once in a while, you go give you, to give you rest, but every day, girl, you have a stop at your door. She said for her, if she really likes to cook, then she has to use what? A stove. Let me play that for you in today's video that she was playing, live stream. Sorry. That's not that actually. No. No way, it's not that. It's sorry. I played a wrong receipt. It is this. All right, it's here. Sorry. Please, guys, give me a like. Give your video a like. Give your video a like.
Great. I really like cooking in the oven. When I was in Argentina, most of the meals that I was preparing were things in the oven.
So if that is the excuse that Rocio is saying, that I really like cooking, but in the oven. If anything I have to cook, then if I really have to cook, then I have to use an oven. If that is an excuse, I can say, okay. Then Mara should get an oven. But in this kitchen that she was cooking today, there is an oven. Okay, I don't know if that is an oven or something. There's a cooker. There's a gas cooker inside here. So I don't know. why again she doesn't cook. Thing is, she will never run out of excuses every time. Anyway, the cooking part is something that actually give me a lot of headaches, you know.
So anyway, the cooking part is something that I'm still managing. There's some days that I really feel like
When she says the cooking part is something I'm still managing, is saying the cooking part is something I'm still trying to battle or trying to learn. Okay, it's something I'm trying to learn. And it's something I'm trying to learn. So, but I can't do it. No, I really can't do it. I'm battling that idea of doing it, but no, I'm trying.
cooking, and I do my favorite place. I really like cooking in the oven. When I was in Argentina, most of the meals that I was preparing were things in the
In Argentina, she was using the same thing like that I can see in Marwa's house. There is a gas over there, unless it's not functional. There's a gas, there is an oven, or a cooker that has an oven inside. So what is that excuse her? What is an excuse?
in the oven. And what else? I see people coming, so I'm getting distracted.
Now, after making that stupid video, that ridiculous video, you know, as always, Marwa's fanatics, they really come hard on her. They tell her, hey, you know how to cook. For you to be called a wife in this setup, at least know how to cook. It's nonsensical to sit there and tell people that, hey, I'm Marwa's wife. But I can't cook. I cannot. In our culture, if we have to cook, then I think we have to bake. And by the way, did Marwa say that he doesn't want sugars here? If that is the thing he said, then I guess Rocio said the only thing she can do here is to bake. And baking requires a lot of sugars. And of course, now Marwa has to adapt it. Let's play it. Guys, one like, donate a like for me, please.
Okay, who's on the other side? Rocio loves cake food. Most of her recipes consist of flour and sugar.
The same subscribers remember that Marwa said in his villa he doesn't want sugars. I don't know if you have to bake. You can bake, you can cook mandazi or chapati, you can bake a cake with no sugar. I don't know. I've never eaten a sugarless cake. Maybe if you can make it and it tastes so great, I can taste it. I've never. Who's this? Saying Gwendoline. Oh, that name is really hard for me to read. YouTube is making it so hard for me to read your names. You're saying her husband knew she couldn't cook. He just wanted get. But you see, I wouldn't really say that the husband knew, or the so-called husband knew that she couldn't cook. No way. I think the time that they knew each other, it was a very limited time. Rocio reached out to Marwa on a dating app. According to what they told us, Rocio reached out to Marwa on a dating app and told Marwa, we can do this. They met in Mexico once, and boom, she is in the village. And right there, she's married, or so-called married. So at that moment, I don't think that they had time to discuss about, can you cook, Rocio? Or can you not? Or Marwa, can you do this? Or can you propose? Or do you like this? No, they didn't take time to do all that. One thing I know is they just met once and boom, they are pregnant. And so that question of maybe she knew, maybe Marwa knew if she can cook. No, I think now is when they're learning a lot of things about each other. So Marwa is now realizing, oh, my wife cannot cook. She can cook. I need to get an African wife. And now Rocio is realizing, oh, so Marwa does not know how to show romance or affection in public. He doesn't want to hold my hand. And so Marwa likes to be around the other parasites, and I just want this privacy. So you're learning that too late. No. So it was really, so let's talk about this. Subscribers are telling Rocio, be careful with the sugars because all of your recipes, every time we see you cooking, anytime we see you doing something like cooking, you use a lot of recipe that include sugar, so be careful. She said, I come from a culture that we do a lot of baking, so there's no way you can bake with no sugar. So since I have to get used to it, I heard him the other say, hey, no sugars in my house, no microwave. That is a big no. This is my house. I make my rules. But now he has to know.
I come from a culture where bakery is top notch.
So I come from a junkyard that bakery is top notch. When Rocio talks about culture, I fail to understand. Is she talking about the Mexican culture where she was living in Mexico, or is she talking about the Argentinian culture where she is assumed to have been born at, or raised? I don't know. Because I don't know this culture that she says in my culture. And when we see that junkyard, it's not something so fancy that she can say, oh, I grew up as a cool kid. You see, in Kenya, we say cool kid. Top notch. Bakery is top notch. Or top notch. This culture that Rosie is saying, in her culture, all they do is bakery. And bakery is top notch. I don't know. Is it the Argentinian culture or the Mexican culture? And so they use what?
So yes, we use a lot of flour and sugar in these recipes. Lots. I need to get the egg. We are on a mission to get an
egg. Top notch. And they use a lot of sugars. Hey, guys, get the likes up, please. Get the likes up for me. Appreciate that. Kindly. How many likes? 78. Oh, guys, please, at least let the likes get take a moment to like the video. All right. Take a guess who asked Rocio about only cooking with flour and sugar. I don't know. Who was that? Tell me. Was it you? I suspect it was you. Why do I suspect that it was you? So somebody was asking Rocio, why every time you come here talking about cooking, you come here to bake, what was that? Cookies? You come here trying to bake a cake, ugali cake. You come here trying to bake banana cake. So anything you try to do is a baking thing, and it requires a lot of sugar. And Marwa does not like sugars. And this Marwa's audience, they take everything that Marwa says seriously. So when Marwa says no sugars in my house, no microwave, that is what they go with. Anytime they see Rocio trying to bake something with sugars and mandazis, they will be like, hey, Marwa said he doesn't like sugars. And why do you use sugars every time you want to cook? Why can't you cook ugali like Rocio, like DEE MWANGO is doing here with their mama? Do something like that.
Most people don't know how to cook it.
Still very...
No, just continue. Nothing like that.
You see, Con Mom and DEE MWANGO are cooking here, and they're telling you most people don't know how to cook. And by that, to be a wife, you have to know how to cook. Like a wife material, have to know how to cook.
Need to know how to cook this one as a wife material.
Yeah,
exactly. As a wife material, Rocio, you should know how to cook these things. As Madam Parasa is saying what? What's Madam Parasa is saying? Only thing I can do is bake. Oh. Okay. Bake.
So let me see if I can get
Madam Parasite. So today she decided now, because yesterday I lamented, I say, oh, I can cook, and these people are coming so hard on me, telling me, oh, she hurried and closed the live after she realized that she was being set up with a tricked question. And by the way, I don't know if you guys understood that for Rocio to come and do a cooking live stream today, it was because of this thing that she did yesterday, this video that she said she couldn't cook, and that she was trying to make it like she was flexing that I couldn't cook. I can cook. So for making this live stream today, trying to cook on camera, bake, let me say bake, not cooking. For her trying to bake on camera, it was a damage control, because yesterday she received a lot of attacks after saying, hey, I can cook. My exes will cook for me. So maybe Maro can cook for me too, because of course, I used to be so lucky in my previous relationship. And thing is, she realized that she tripped, and people will be like, oh, so are you considering you unlucky right now because in your previous relationship, your exes will cook for you and you are lucky? So right now, what is it? Let me actually bring this.
Bring this to my present, but my ex-partners would cook very, very delicious. So I was very lucky when it comes to that. I'm still very lucky.
I couldn't cook. It was my exes who will cook for me, and I was so lucky. And she realized that right there, it's like I have messed up. So I'm still happy. I'm still lucky. When Conmam was sleeping in the villa for months, she had Davy Jr. cook from the house, then ferry food and drinking water to the villa. Like, honestly, wow. When Conmam was allegedly beaten up or worked on by Condad Machete Man, and one of her arm was broken by Machete Man allegedly, she ran to live in the villa, and David Jr. would cook for her. Where was DEE MWANGO at that moment? She was out and about in the New York City, or New York, the capital city of USA. Hey, looking for a tita. Hey, but anyway, it's crazy though. I live in America and I do not eat sugar, and I'm not diabetic. My wife does not have to know how to cook. She is not your mother or aunt. These women on this dead stream should be offended by you. You see, you mute spoke. You're speaking, and unfortunately, Maro will never marry you. You see, Maro will never marry you. That's unfortunate. You can brag all that, but Maro needs an organic wife, and nobody, not even me, wants you. So say whatever you want to say. Unfortunately, nobody's gonna marry you, and that is the reason why Rocio is crying here. Rocio is crying depression here every day, because she's not that wife. Maro does not look at her and see the wife in her. So what's up? You better get out of your delusional mind. Machete Man knows something we don't, cause they know a man do that for nothing. He must be mad. Wow. But anyway, Rocio said she couldn't cook, and now her subscribers really came so hard on her, telling her, why? Rocio, are you really telling us that you can't cook? Are you telling us you can't cook? See, when you look at the bond between Marwa and DEE MWANGO, that bond is so strong. When Marwa looks at DEE MWANGO, he really sees someone who is a wife material, not for him. Like, honestly, I'm sorry, I'm saying now literally. Marwa sees, like, my sister has, all the qualities that a wife should have, because she can cook, she can clean, she can go get water, she can do everything here in the village. She can live in the city and she can live in the village. So that is the true definition of a wife that Marwa is looking for. But now Rocio comes here and brag, oh, me, I can cook. No, that is not. I come from a culture that, cooking, cooking is not something that we really do. No way. Cooking, no. Okay. You can say that about cooking, about the culture and all that nonsense. But I think it comes to a point where where she has to really think, do I really need to be in this village or not? Because if she really wants to be there, then she need to learn how these kind of things. If not, she won't be surprised to see Madam Perez coming in as a wife, and now she'll be cooking and cleaning and keeping the tiles clean, the billa, the glasses. Let me see Mama Matt. What is Mama Matt doing? Guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Somebody here who...
Now, there is this lady in her 20s. There is this rich lady in her 20s that she said she's super rich. She has made a lot of things in her 20s. She doesn't need nobody. When she started doing this construction, I'm talking about DEE MWANGO in her 20s. When she started her construction, she was like, you see, for me, I'm doing all this by myself. Nobody's helping me, not a family, no support, nobody. So how quick has the narrative changed? How quick has the narrative changed that now she's crying and telling people, now is that time that I need your support the most. And now she's begging and crying on camera and telling, you guys donate anything you have. Oh my God, donate. That changed so quick. The girl in her 20s used to say that she doesn't need nobody's help, no family support, nobody. So right now, she just need to do her thing as a Madam Boss, looking at her role model called Madam Boss from Kenya. She just want to have multiple homes. And of course, no help, no support, no nothing. She's doing it single-handedly. And now yesterday, she came to the live stream crying. I never knew. I wish I knew about this before. And actually, you guys, guys, donate anything you have. If the general donated how many cements? And she had to do a 3-hour boring live stream just to get donations. Oh my Lord. When the tough gets going, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. So the rich girl in her 20s is now crying. Why are you crying for, DEE MWANGO? I thought you are super rich. The rich girl in her 20s does not really need to cry for people to help. Begging. You guys help me. Somebody dropped $20. I don't know, $5. Was it $5? She almost went crazy.
I have somebody here who has given me 5...
relax. Our speed is slow.
Pounds. Thank you so much. That will enable me to get a bag of cement because I'm building. If you...
So it has come to a point that now DEE MWANGO values $5 from random subscribers because now she's building. Even the moderators were trying to be good at everyone. If yesterday I decided to go there and drop $1, that's 120 shillings. They will actually let me chat in the chat section because now is the time that we need to contribute money. The lady in her 20s, how she came to the village bragging and saying she has achieved a lot. And making a video telling Conmam that, Conmam, you don't need a BMW. You need a very small car called a Toyota Vitz. A Toyota Fitz or Vitz, whatever. Now I need bags of cement. I realized even paying rent is something that can, because that is, how many bags of cement is that? I didn't know. I didn't know that this is something that would happen. DEE MWANGO, why are you not the lady in your 20s that you're super rich, that you are telling the villagers, that now you don't need their help? What has changed so quick? Are you Rocio? Why you crying? DEE MWANGO.
You want to drop me a bag of cement? Please feel free. One bag goes for 950 Kenyan shillings. Okay.
Yo, and you even have to give quotations. You need to give me a bag of cement. A bag of cement. Feel free. You see, one thing is, if I come today and beg, is because I know I've never came here and bragging that, oh, me, I'm super rich, I'm good, I don't need nobody's help. I've never said that. Anyone else, for example, anyone, if you come here and say you don't need people's help, then I guess you have no, you really don't have to come and tell them now you need you.
Okay, so feel free. My brother is calling me.
Feel free. Is a bag of cement. One bag of cement, a bag of cement is going for 950. So feel free. If you want to give me a bag of cement, you guys, if you want to give DEE MWANGO a bag of cement, now is the time. She need a bag of cement. Hey, do you know how many bags of cement we need? You know how many bags of cement? We need a lot of bags of cement.
That will enable me to get a lot of bags of cement on my site, because I need more than how many bags? I think like 1,000 bags of cement.
Yeah. We need more than 1,000 bags of cement. You see, if this is DEE MWANGO would have accepted this fact. DEE MWANGO would have accepted the fact that, you see, MARWA succeeded in constructing that bigger villa by just being authentic and honest. That one thing I like about Sensor is he does not see a problem in coming and say, yo, you guys support me. I mean, that is a guy that I think I can say he's kind of, let me call it begging. His kind of begging is authentic. Like, he doesn't have to fake it. Like, he tells you, hey, I need this money, so send me the money. Yo, if you have to support me, please support me. Like being a shameless beggar. Yeah, that is the point. Being a shameless beggar. That if you have to beg people to send you money, just don't fake it. But for DEE MWANGO coming here telling us, for me, I book first class flights, I go to 5-star, 7-star restaurant and hotels, yachts, and helicopters touring the city. I'm that Madam Boss, and I've achieved a lot in my 20s. Now that statement of 20s is now going. That statement of me in my 20s, I've achieved a lot, is now going. Now I need 1,000 bags of cement. DEE MWANGO, why are you crying? I thought that you didn't need nobody's help. The bags of cement, where are coming from? In my 20s, I missed that statement from DEE MWANGO. In my 20s, I've achieved a lot. You guys, you need to congratulate me in the comment section. You need to congratulate. Please write a comment there and tell me congratulations. In my 20s. I'm not like those bitter women. That statement is now forgotten. It's now gone. We don't hear that no more. How many bags of cement do I need? Like 1,000. Oh my God. So you guys, send one.
Like 1,000 bags of cement I need, So thank you so much. This is a lot. God bless you. And for me, I don't know, but you can't stoop so low,
You guys, hey. We need bags of cement. A lot of them. I missed that statement of Sensor saying, not Sensor, I made that statement of DEE MWANGO saying that in her 20s, she have achieved a lot. A bag of cement like she's ordering from Home Depot. You guys, give me a bag of cement. It goes for 950. That's nothing for you. And some other guys, when it was time for them to join, they were like, hey, now is the time that our Madam Empress needs us. Just imagine how many subscribers she got. She got more than 450. Okay, more than 550,000 subscribers. What if today we decide to send her $1 each? That is more than $450,000. So right now we should do. And nobody responded to that nonsense. People like, you do your live and go. I remember when Sensor told people that he needs everyone to donate $1,000 each. Like, if all of you today decided to send me $1,000, I'll clear everything I need to do by tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah. But you know, one thing is, I like that spirit from Sensor, because for him, we've known him that whenever he needs a help, he will come and say. Unlike DEE MWANGO, the reason why I'm surprised to hear DEE MWANGO begging is not that I know she couldn't, is because that audacity of her coming out to say now she needs help after saying in her 20s she have achieved a lot, and actually she doesn't need nobody's help. She done everything. She have furnished her parents' house. She have done a lot. She have bought their tank or something, water tank. And what else can I do? Ricardo, the rich millionaire, the millionaire beg. What else do I need to do? Oh my Lord. What else? I've done enough, you know. The damn donors are out there donating to poor people's wants, and not their needs. Wow. So now is the time that we need your help. 1,000 cements. JT, they claim being rich, but begs always and never call out the people when it matters most. They talk always about how hard they work, but never thanks their subscribers for their views and donations. I say, speaking about that point that you just raised, a very good point, Dr. Cottle. If you know that YouTube revenue is your thing, then it would be good if you say, this is my stream of income. And for example, if you know that donations is part of what you call your achievement, then at least be kind enough to thank people who donate to you. For example, for me, I'm super grateful for people who support me. By watching this video right now that you're watching, that is a massive support for me. Okay? So if one day I achieve something, for example, when when we hit 5K subs yesterday, I was grateful for each and every 5,000 subscribers that is in the house, because without you, we couldn't be there. And so if I achieve something today from this white street, I will know that it was you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and 5,000 of you who made it possible. And if I come here and raise, maybe do a fund drive, and you guys send that money, when I go use that money to do something, then I'll be kind enough to come and tell you that, hey, you guys did that happen. We made this happen. But now for DEE MWANGO or MARWA, they will be here sitting on a live stream, receiving super chats and super thanks and Zelle and PayPal things, donation right, left, and center. But when they bounce from it, they go say, I work so hard. You see, in my 20s, I work so hard. You guys should never tell me nothing. And when it comes to taking subscribers' opinion, DEE MWANGO will come here and tell them they have nothing to do. Why are they trying to advise her? But when it comes to spending their money or maybe begging for their money, it should be, guys, 1,000 bags of cement I need. I need 1,000. But wait for that villa to be constructed. I worked so hard for this villa. When you see me basking here with a bikini, just know that I deserve this. I worked so hard. You guys just type there, congratulations. It was me, just me, with no help. Actually, I won't be surprised after the villa is complete. She will come and tell subscribers, I did this with nobody's help. Just me. No husband, no rich parent, no nothing. Just me. Won't say, the general, that delusional guy, general, sent me how much? General sent me, I don't know, 100 bags or 5 bags or 50. That's how they do. Hey. Somebody wrote a very good point here. In Kenya, there is this trending, there is this trending Slack that goes that mkae chini mjue venye nitafanya ABC. Like, you guys should sit down and know how I'll go to school. You guys should sit down and know how I'll build this house. You guys should sit down. So it means that you guys should know where the money will come from for me to do this. So mkae chini mjue venye nitajenga hii nyumba. So mkae chini mjue venye itakuwa. In my 20s, I've done all this with nobody's help. And I don't need nobody's help. But today, I need that 1,000 bags of cement. Bless up, Reformer. It was nice having you. You guys, I think it's time for me to bounce. What do you think? Actually, it is. Let me just say bye-bye. It's a Sunday. I don't want to stay here for that longer. I just want to let you go and have fun out there. Thank you for taking your time to watch me, to watch my video, to watch my show. Thank you for 5,000 subscribers, Mark. It was such a nice achievement. Thank you for everything. You guys, thank you for the help and support. Each and every one of you means a lot. Have a blessed week ahead, and wind down your weekend nicely. I'll be seeing you in the next video, in the next episode, the next reaction. My name is JT. This right here is JT Podcast. If you haven't subscribed, it's your time to subscribe. We are heading to 10K subs. And speaking about that, thank you for 5K. Like the video before you bounce. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Ciao. Ciao, ciao. Bye. You can leave, right? Yeah, you need to leave.
You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning, you wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread with the angels. Fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break, swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some